guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to the Kamado Joe cooking channel. I was recently asked to do a simple video on how to cook a perfect filet mignon. So today we're going to do that, and I'm also going to tell you that this is a technique that I've gone to for about any kind of steak cook that I do. So let's get started. I've got this beautiful piece of Chateaubriand here that's about 5 inches long, so I'm going to cut it right in half so we can have two 2.5 inch thick fillets for this project. I want to pre-season these steaks with a mixture of salt, pepper, and garlic, and today I'm using the Atlanta Grill Company's Himalaya Sherpa mixture. You can try that, or you can mix up your own, but you want to get these completely coated. And after you have them completely coated, you want to get them wrapped up tightly in plastic wrap. We're going to let these sit in the refrigerator to let that seasoning go to work while we get our grills ready. I'm setting up my Kamado Joe Classic for some 2-zone cooking by banking the charcoal to one side. I'm going to light these coals and let them get nice and hot. And for my 2-zone cooking, I've put my grill grate down low directly over the hot coals, and I've put my heat deflector on the right side where I've got a cool zone. And now that I've got that good hot bank of coals, I'm going to set my iron pan on there and let it warm up. After that iron pan gets nice and hot, I'm going to put some ghee or clarified butter in the pan and let it melt, and I want a nice thick heavy layer of that in the bottom because we're going to use that to sear these steaks. After that ghee's had a chance to melt, we're going to put both of these steaks in here, and we're going to let them sear in this ghee for 2 to 2.5 minutes on each side until we're happy with what that looks like. And once we're happy with that sear that we get, we'll flip the steaks and do the same thing on the other side. And then we'll remove the steaks from the grill. And then once we've taken the steaks off, I'm going to put a heat deflector over the direct flame, and we're going to put the other half of the grill rack on the right side where we can finish these steaks over some indirect heat. So I'm going to put both steaks back on over the indirect side, and we're going to let these cook until I get an internal temperature of about, I'm shooting for 125 to 128 degrees because I'm looking for a medium rare to a medium cook. While these steaks are finishing on the indirect side, I'm going to occasionally baste them with just a little bit of this ghee or this clarified butter. Just do this once or twice while they're on the indirect side of the grill. And when these steaks reach my target temperature, I'm going to take them off the grill and I'm going to wrap them in aluminum foil, and we're going to let those rest for somewhere 5 to 10 minutes or so. And after the steaks had a few minutes to rest, you want to slice it open and take a look at the masterpiece you've just created. This is a beautiful cook, and these steaks are just amazingly tender, juicy, and delicious. So like I said, this has become my go-to way for cooking steaks. I like to cook steaks this way no matter what kind of steak it is. I like to do ribeyes, strips, and filet mignons this way. You don't have to use an iron pan. You can do this on your soapstone if you like. You can do it on the cast iron griddle. Any kind of good flat cooking surface that's going to hold your heat. And temperatures don't really matter in this cook. Don't worry about what the dome thermometer says. You want that hot bed of coals on the one side of the grill and an indirect heat on the other side. You don't need to worry about any particular temperatures. If you want to use an infrared thermometer to measure your cooking surface temperature, you want it to be 450 to 500 degrees, or if you don't have that, when you put your ghee in there, just wait till it starts to sizzle, and when you put that meat in there like you saw in the video, it'll start sizzling, and that's the perfect temperature for doing this sear. So give this a try. Let me know what you think. Join us on Facebook, facebook.com/Kamado Joe. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter @Kamado Joe. And until next time, this is John Setzler with the Kamado Joe Cooking Channel.